Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about games journalists, well, being in sync with their pathetic excuses and getting triggered over a game that they think that should not be in the Game Awards. Here is an example. Game Rant. Black Myth Wukong's Game of the Year nomination sticks out like a sore thumb. Black Myth Wukong is the lowest rated nominee for the Game Awards Game of the Year, with a Metascore of 81. Some fans are unhappy with the 2024 nominees, like Black Myth Wukong, compared to highly rated alternatives. Who are those fans? Do you consider games journalists fans? Because let me put it this way, I don't, because games journalists are not real gamers, nor even real journalists to begin with. They're all a bunch of useless activists who are not interested in actually, well, covering games. And they all share the same excuse. What, you wanted a game like Veilguard that managed to get only one nomination and it's for accessibility options? Yeah, that's the only one they got. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people of the woke side, which amounts to what, 12? 30 people? Thereabouts? Who wanted it to receive the Game of the Year award because of how woke it got. It's sad, really. Very sad. Very sad. But then again, it's games journalist. Who the fucking cares? But anyway, The Gamer. Black Myth Wukong is the lowest rated game to get a Game Award Game of the Year nomination. Ha! It seems they are definitely in sync with their excuses. They all do it. Here is a good example of repeating. Yeah, it's basically... No, I think what they did here, somebody wrote this paragraph and they told the other people, hey, you can copy, but make it different, just slightly different, so the teacher won't notice. I think that's what it went here. It looks like it. Other games that are quite close to Black Myth Wukong score include Stray 83, Resident Evil Village 84, and The Outer Worlds 85. Even PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Hearthstone were more highly rated, but Black Myth Wukong differs slightly in that there are games that were released this year that are much more highly rated, yet were snubbed for the grand prize anyway. Wanna know why this got not that high score with the games journalists? Because they fell for a badly translated IGN article and they started to peddle because they decided to double, triple and quadruple down instead of admitting a mistake. So now they're going after. Maybe the only thing you could have gone after the game is that it's funded by the CCP, because the CCP has its grubby little communist hands on everything. In China, especially big companies like, well, the people behind Black Myth Wukong. You could have said that it's actually starting to spread their communist propaganda, but most importantly, in China, they actually do fund the woke idiots. All of these stuff here have Chinese money, Confucius Institute, and a whole bunch of crap. But inside China, they try to carefully control stuff. Especially with the woke identitarian politics. They definitely don't like it in their country, but they definitely fund it in the West. But here is another good example. The Gamer again. Black Myth Wukong's Game of the Year nomination proves its gaming's Barbie. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Here. Popularity doesn't make a game excellent. Black Myth Wukong is a wildly popular, perfectly decent game, but it's not excellent. All because it does not include the diversity it wanted. Like I said, remember a few moments ago about the paragraph. Here it is. Has been nominated Game of the Year, making it the lowest rated game of all of this year's nomination. It has an 81, and every other game has a Metacritic score of at least 90, with the most being over that. It's got a lower review score than many games that didn't get a Game of the Year nomination, including like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Silent Hill 2, and Helldivers 2. In fact, it's the lowest rated game to get a Game of the Year nomination Game Awards history. Huh. Once again, following a pattern. That feels very odd, doesn't it? Here's another one. Comicbook.com. Black Myth Wukong doesn't deserve a Game Awards Game of the Year nomination, and here is why. Remember the paragraph? Even with all that being said, though, Black Myth Wukong hasn't really been a critical darling that would lead one think of it being a conversation for the Game of the Year. On review aggregate site Metacritic, Wukong has a solid 81 score of 100 for its PC version, while the PS5 version has a review at a paltry 76 to 100. As a whole, this puts it at the 112 best reviewed game of 2024 on Metacritic. It is well behind the likes of Tekken 8 and Animal Well and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I wonder why they did that. You wanna know really why? Well, it's simple because, like I said, it was the games journalist who actually did that. Meanwhile, the actual user scores are a bit higher. But before I show that, here is a trailer. Here it is for Metacritic. 81 from the games journalist and 8.3 out of 10. I don't know why they use 81 and then 8.3. It's really odd. You should actually keep it in the same level. It's less confusing when the person is looking at a glance. Metacritic. But anyway, it's really much higher, because people are voting it. And here it is, Polygon having a massive anal hissy fit. They are definitely not coping very well. They are struggling. Here, Polygon, there was one big stop in the Game Awards nomination. Dragon Age the Veilguard, a game engineered to succeed at the Game Awards, did not. Yeah, basically, I'm surprised, to be honest, because I expected it as much, that they would actually award the Dragon Age Veilguard as the highest ever, because it basically is engineered to appease the game's journalist. It's a simple game, not really much of an RPG. It has woke messaging everywhere, especially mental punishment for using a wrong pronoun or mispronouncing something or anything of the sort. So, yeah, I am amazed at it, but pleasantly surprised is better than negatively surprised. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, okay, fine. Right. Polygon. The surprise narrative Lackluster is a famous series with a slick production. Dragon Age is exactly the kind of game that tends to do well in the Game Awards. Of course it does, because it has the narrative, it has the messaging, it has all the stuff that the games journalists absolutely fucking love, which is the message. But here it is, more salt from Polygon. Polygon Black Myth Wukong is one of the lowest rated Game of the Year nominees in the Game Awards history. The Monkey King made a big impression despite worse than average scores. Oh boy. But Revice, well, as you know, is popular with that article at the beginning of the year, complaining about Gamergate 2, but surprisingly enough, I read the article, it's not as negative as the other articles. Here, Vice is Black Myth Wukong a worthy Game of the Year contender. As more than a few people pointed out, the game has one of the lowest critical aggregate scores in the history of Game of the Year candidates. Yeah, more than a few people, I think games journalists and NPCs, so not actual people. Sitting at a respectable 82, so that raises the ultimate question: what would the review score aggregate threshold a game should have to be considered? 85 and above, 90 and above? The guy is kind of just having a bit of a pushback. I'm surprised that they actually managed to publish this, but don't worry, the guy managed to save his article from being taken down by adding a single line at the bottom. I'm gonna get there. One moment. Granted, games journalism is crucial. No, it's not. It may have been in the past, but today, games journalism is just activism, or at least thanks to people like you guys. But anyway, he managed to save his entire article with this. All that being said, go off Black Myth Wukong. I thought the whole anti-woke nonsense surrounding the game when it came out was tiring. Yep, that's how he saved his article. Games journalists. Yeah, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night.